Hello, and welcome to NTR344. My name is Tracy Gergich, and I will be the instructor for this course. I wanted to provide a brief introduction to the course overview and a little bit about myself. So most of you probably have not had me at this point in your academic career, so I did want to provide a little bit of overview of my background and why I'm teaching this class. So I am a double Sun Devil. I received my undergrad bachelor's degree at ASU in dietetics, and then I came back and got my master's degree about 10 years after receiving my initial degree. I am a registered dietitian. I worked in a variety of different platforms or industries prior to coming to ASU. I had some clinical experience. I worked mostly in pediatrics. And then I moved into food service management. I worked for the Department of Education in Arizona, where I reviewed the national school lunch programs for various school districts across the state. And I was able to really observe and learn a lot about food management in that role. I got to see lots of different kitchens throughout the state of Arizona. After that, I moved to a large school district in Phoenix and ran their food, their menus, and their production. I also was overseeing 2 central kitchens and subsequently 12 elementary schools that those central kitchens fed. I was considered an area supervisor, but had a lot of oversight of the menu. After that, I did come to ASU, and I've been here at ASU teaching for approximately close to 10 years. So I have a variety of experience. I have taught a variety of classes. Some of you will have me again in NTR344, which is the capstone food management course in the series. And that is essentially a culmination and application of all of the food service courses you've had. 142, NTR343, and then this course. You will apply all of your knowledge in 445. I did want to give an overview of the difference between a course lead versus an instructor. I am the instructor for this course for NTR344 for this session you are viewing. However, I am not the course lead, which means I did not develop all of the material, nor will you hear my voice in the majority of the recorded lectures. The course lead's individual is named Megan Niskern. Some of you may have had her in previous classes, and you'll hear her voice and probably see her face in some of the videos as we go through the material throughout this session. However, I am the one who will be grading and reviewing all of your work, and I will be the one answering all of your questions as they arise throughout the semester or the session. So please, I know it can be confusing. I just wanted to let you know that there will be a difference in voices and really who developed the material, but I am familiar with all the material of this course and am well versed in this area and can provide you adequate instruction throughout this session, even though I didn't develop the original course. I did want to briefly go over the course setup. So this is set up in modules. You do need to complete one module before you can move on to the next, but they're not closed by dates, meaning, when you hit a certain date, sometimes in a class, you have to wait to hit a certain date in a class before a next module will populate or open. I don't have it set up that way in this class. You essentially just have to finish a module for the next one to complete. So be mindful of due dates because obviously you want to make sure that you're completing all of the modules in order for the next one to open to complete the tasks that are needed by the scheduled due date. But I also do this to allow you to progress as you would like through the course, being mindful, of course, of the overall schedule. But some of you I know want to move through material faster than others. So I allow you to basically complete the courses or complete the modules as you can, and then the next one will open when you are ready. This is a literacy course. What does that mean? This basically means you're going to be doing a fair amount of writing. In literacy courses, there is a requirement for a certain amount of writing and writing comprehension. So you will have a few writing assignments throughout this session. So just prepare yourself for that. I know not all of you are huge fans of writing lengthy material. However, that is part of this course requirement that you meet that component. There are assignments, exams, and quizzes throughout this. They are scattered throughout the modules and throughout the course. The quizzes are fairly regular, exams less regular, and then you will have assignments almost every week that will help you meet that literacy component. I do also want to mention that this is a food management course, but it is designed for a variety of different disciplines and degree paths. Some of you might be dietetics students, which means you are on the path to become an RD, and you may have a future career as a clinical dietitian that may oversee a management or a food service management operation. That's a little bit different of an audience than those of you who are maybe food management and entrepreneur degrees seeking, and your ultimate goal is to become a food service manager or director. So your viewpoints and things to be considered might be a little bit different than, say, the dietetics students. I just want to make you aware of that as you are reviewing and listening to the slides and the lecture overviews that are provided by Megan. So when she does refer to dietetics, understand that that may not always be applicable to you if you are not in that area, but it's good to know and be aware of all the different disciplines and industries that can work in food management. Last, but certainly not least, I did want to include, I am the dietetic director here at ASU, meaning I oversee the dietetics program. If you are interested in becoming an RD, there is a particular pathway and a particular degree that you have to follow in order for you to pursue and sit for the RD exam. Not all of our nutrition degrees at ASU follow this pathway. If you want to ultimately become an RD and you are not in our on-ground or immersion dietetics degree, you are not in the correct degree to become an RD as of right now. However, that does not mean that you could not complete your ultimate goal of becoming an RD in the future. You just may have to find a different pathway to come to that endpoint or get to that goal to be an RD. So if you are a food management student, that's an online, so all of our ASU online degrees do not meet the requirements to become an RD. And if that is your goal and you are an ASU online student, please email me as I can help with planning and directing on how you can go about becoming an RD in the future. So not all hope is lost, but you just need to be aware of the ultimate goal that the degree that you are completing will accomplish for you. I've had students in the past that were misled or misunderstood that their online degree led to becoming an RD, and that is not the case directly. Okay, there are other pathways that our accrediting body has developed over the years that may help you to do that. So with that said, please review the syllabus that's listed in Canvas, and you can start with Module 1 and start moving your way through. Please feel free to email me directly if you have questions. My email address is in the syllabus, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have, and I'll be interacting with you all, of course, throughout this session via announcements, video announcements, and such. So good luck, and I look forward to seeing you or to working with you all over this session.